Yeah.
But it happened so fast, within a period, I would say, of 5 years. Were you to have the choice, would you have had it over, stretched it over a longer period of time? Because it's a difficult adjustment. I think that's really what I meant, instead of lonely.
No, it is a difficult adjustment. The success when but it hits, you know, success when I think it hits fast, no matter how long you take. When it hits, it's a hurricane, you know. And I feel that I was lucky to have my feet on the ground by working with Bet, by working as a music director before I began singing, and I feel that I had my feet planted on the ground, so that when this incredible hurricane of success hit, I was sort of prepared for it. I mean, I never expected it, but my personality was formed, and I was a basically well-adjusted man by the time this thing hit. You know, I wasn't about to freak out.
You made a lot of one-minute records too. I mean, in a sense, before you,
sure.
The commercials must have been an incredible training ground for your talents, for your orchestration and your arrangement. And
oh, it was incredible training ground for singing as well. For singing as well, the tricks that go into overdubbing. You know,
and check cashing. Let's not
check cashing too. I never. It's easy to say now, but I never did it for the money.
He doesn't take anything for granted. I mean, you find so frequently when artists make it, you know, and they end up taking it for granted so quickly. But his perfectionistic standards, you know, and his approach towards it, and is so realistic that although I could say it, he can't say it, and he is the biggest seller as a pop male vocalist in history, bigger than Sinatra, Williams, anyone. I mean, every album that comes out in this country does 4 million plus copies, and yet his feet are to the ground. He's always worried about the next one and wants to provide his public, you know, with the best at any given time. That's very unique at every stage, not taking anything for granted and giving.
Well, I think that keeps you on your toes.
Keeps him on his toes.
It keeps you alive when you don't take anything for granted, but being there with Sinatra in terms of record sales, and with Presley, and with all the people. I don't think there's anybody, or Johnny Mathis, I don't think there's anybody who's ever sold more records than Barry. You got to stop in the middle of a concert some night when you're singing in front of 10,000 people, and you say, is it really happening to me?
It's more than that. It's every night. I mean, it's every night, is it really me, you know? Because this is an incredible trip. It's an incredible trip online, you know. I mean, if the thing stopped soon, you know, I've had a great ride, you know. I like Clive says, I never take it for granted. I never do. I always walk out in front of an audience or make a record as if I have never done it before.
Fear, too. Is there a game plan in your life? I mean, for instance, now you're producing albums with Dionne. You will do, I mean, let me take it for instance. I'm going to do, say, I'm going to do one special this year. I'm going to do 16 concerts. I'm going to do 2 albums. I mean, do you have a game plan for these?
There are plans like that. There are plans like that. They're never set. I seem to, there's another television special that I'd like to do this. I'm taking acting classes now.
Great.
Yeah. I'm gonna see if I can
moving picture star.
Well, you know, I don't know whether it'll actually happen, but I'm getting ready for it, you know, so that when they say go, I'm ready to go, you know.
But you're a judge of talent along with Clive, and of course Dionne certainly knows talent when she hears it, and my lovely friend here. But I wanted to ask you, if you were to project in that elite company that you're in with the tremendous numbers of sales for the 80s, can you see anybody on the horizon that possibly will come up to that stature in terms of sales, numbers of records?
I have no idea. Clive
would you, Clive, would you be able to project who you think would be the next big type of performer, if you don't want to get specific?
Well, the type of performer that is best epitomized by these 2 incredibly talented people on my right is where you can marry both interpretive performing with the best song. And those, you never know when the next one is coming around. I'll tell you this, that there is a lady performer. There are a few lady performers that are coming up right now, and if I had to mention 3 of them, and not to be flattering to people on your show, but there are 2 people that are coming on your show that are brand new performers that I would feel in 2 respective different veins are going to be the major stars that will hit certainly for the 80s. And I do believe that Melissa Manchester will also go to even a higher plane in the 80s, because she's just coming into her own right now as well. So,
and she's composing too, which is very exciting.
Yes, indeed.
You have to get back to the recording studio?
I'm recording, I'm rehearsing, I'm trying to pull myself together again. I'm about to go out on tour again.
You got to go back on tour. If you need a girl vocalist,
Oh, come on with me,
I
right?
sing it
I'll reach in an hour.
in tune. I don't read.
Acting, yeah. Huh? Yeah.
No,
It's exciting. This acting stuff is very exciting.
Sure it
You know,
is.
everybody knows. I never knew about it. You all know about it. It's great.
It really is.
Can't make it on the profile alone. Good luck.
Hey,
Thank you.
Barry, thank you.
Thank you for
What a
asking.
surprise.
Coming up today, bright new singing star Angela Bofill with her new hit record.